हेलो एवरीवन। आज के इस वीडियो में हम लोग सॉल्व करेंगे लीड कोड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्ट array by parity 2. So here we are given that an array of integer nums where half of the integer are odd and other half is even. We have to solve the array such that whenever num size is odd, I is odd, and whenever num size is even, I is even. We have to return the answer array that satisfies this particular condition. So basically we have to sort this array in a way that whenever we have odd indices, we have odd numbers at that place, and at even indices, we have even numbers. This problem is pretty simple, but why it would be asked in an interview? That's the thing you need to understand. Actually, this problem may be asked just as a way how you approach the problem and then discussion and time complexity and all that. The problem can be easily solved. You can say that uh, you have to place all the even numbers at even indices and all the odd numbers at odd indices. So you can extract all such even numbers uh, and write it here that 4 2, these are even numbers that are present in the array, and then all the odd numbers, that is 5 and 7. So you have two even numbers and two odd numbers here. You can first place all the even numbers at the even numbers at the even indices in a separate array. You can make a new array, and then you can place, this is index 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. You can place all even numbers at even place. So like you can place 4, you can place 2 here at the second index, it is even, and then you can place all the odd numbers at the remaining odd indices. So you'll be placing 5 here, then 7 here. The problem is pretty much okay, and you can go by this way. Now the time complexity for this particular problem would be order of the length of this array. Let's suppose the length of this array is n, so time complexity would be order of n. And space complexity, if we talk about, so space complexity would also be order of n, since we are making extra array to hold these elements and then placing one by one. So what we are doing, that we are creating a new array and we are pushing all the even numbers at even locations in the new array, and all the odd numbers at the odd locations in the new array. So we are utilizing order of n free space, extra space. So time space complexity would go by order of n. But whenever it would be asked in an interview, the basic approach you would tell, you'll go by this way only. But yes, the interview will ask you for the optimization, and that would be in terms of space. So how can you reduce the space? Let's see. Uh, can we utilize the original array to actually solve this one? What logic we can implement here so that we don't need extra array? So we'll see here. One thing that needs to be noted is that we have half of the numbers as even and half of the numbers as odd. And if think like this way, that if a number at a particular index is not following a condition, let's suppose you have some number even number at odd index, just like this one here. 2 is on the odd index, that is one index. So it's violating the condition in a way you need to solve. So if it is violating the condition, then there should be its complementary at some even index that is holding an odd number. So you can see here that at index 2, 5 is present, that is an odd number at even location. So there'll be, or there will always be a complementary to some violating condition, just like complementary to 2 is 5 is also violating condition. So at a time you will have two violating indices. You can easily swap these two indices whenever we found two such violating indices, we can easily swap them, and the rest will be sorted. Just like in this case, we can easily swap these 2 and 5, and we'll get a new array as updated array. I mean, so it would be 4, 5, 2, and then 7. Now you can see that the properties, okay, whatever order we needed to sort is actually the order we are getting here. In a separate array where we have multiple violating conditions, we can see such things. So I'll see one example here. Just like we are having this particular array where we are placing these numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can see here that we have four numbers, correspondingly four indices, and at even index we have odd number, then at odd index we have even number, then here also at even index we have odd number, and then at odd index even number. You can see the term, the concept I just talked previously, that whenever you will have a violating condition, you will have in pairs. Just like you can see that you have an even number at odd index, so you will have such an even number at some odd index also. Just like one is odd at even index, then there will be an even number at odd index that would be violating. So we can easily pair them up and we can swap them. So we can have this updated array as, and we'll swap, it will be 2, and it will be updated as 1. Then here uh, at even index we have odd number, then at odd index we have even number. We can easily swap these, both these two, and we'll be having 4 at this particular location, and then 3 at this location. And we can see now easily see that we have 2, 1, 4, 3. That's following the order we need to maintain. So the key point, the key takeaway from this is, whenever there will be violating condition, there will be in pairs. So find that pair which is in violating condition and swap them. Find that pair and then you can swap them, right? And now we'll see how to actually code it. We'll see it here. I have actually written a code. So you can take a pointer from an even index starting from 0, and 1 at odd index starting from 1. So I at 0, j at 1. And then we'll check up till the condition we have even numbers at even location. If we have even numbers at even location, then we don't have such violating condition. Whenever this property is not is violated, we'll have that particular I that will be violating condition. Similarly, we'll have that j value from after this loop, we'll have that j value which is in violating condition, else the j will be out of the boundary. We'll now check here if both I and j are inside the boundary. That means I and j both are in pairs that are in violating condition. So we'll easily swap both these two terms. We'll swap nums I and nums j, and we'll continue for next iteration of finding another such similar pairs. Now again, till we have these indices and, inside the boundary. And after this, we'll be updating our nums array in place, and then we'll be getting this particular solution. We can discuss time complexity as order of n, because you are traversing for only once the array, and then space complexity order of 1, since we are not making use of any such extra array that we used previously. Now you can submit it and see if it's working. I already submitted. Yeah, it's working fine. I'll be uploading this particular code in the description section. I'll be sharing the link for this code. You can check it out afterwards. If you have any problem till now, you can drop a comment down below. I'll be very happy to answer that. Till then, goodbye. If you have any doubts, please raise them in the comments. Thank you. Thanks for watching.